Hey guys, it's Jack.
And Roma.
Welcome back to another episode of The Travel Reel, the video series where we tell you where some of your favourite films were shot.
And how to visit those iconic places.
Today we're going to be talking about Lost in Translation, a 2003 film directed by Sofia Coppola. The film is set in Tokyo in Japan.
It was shot in 27 days on a budget of $4 million and was the first time a woman, woohoo, was nominated for an Oscar in writing, producing and directing in the same year.
And she won the award for Best Original Screenplay.
Fair play to her.
It follows two characters, a washed-up American movie star called Bob Harris, played by Bill Murray, and Charlotte, the wife of an American photographer who's working in Japan.
The film explores isolation against the culture shock of visiting Japan and is loosely based on Coppola's own experiences of visiting Japan in the 1990s.
Lost in Translation is a beautifully sad film that looks into that feeling of isolation in a foreign country. So from this point on in the video, we will be putting up a spoiler warning. We're just going to be talking about brief plot spoilers throughout the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, well then I'd click away.
And if you don't, that's your own fault. So you can't blame us.
Yeah, fucker, watch the film. The film follows Bob Harris and Charlotte, two Americans staying in the Park Hyatt Hotel in Tokyo.
Bob is a washed-up actor who is visiting Tokyo to film a commercial for Suntory whiskey.
Make it Suntory time.
Cut!
Bob is dealing with a rough patch in his marriage on top of a full-blown midlife crisis.
You really are having a midlife crisis, huh?
Really? I was afraid of that.
Charlotte is visiting Tokyo with her husband John, who is there working as a celebrity photographer. Charlotte ends up spending a lot of time alone in her hotel room as she's unsure of what to do while her husband is away working.
The two repeatedly cross paths as they both wander the hotel. They form a friendship over their shared isolation, jet lag, and extreme culture shock they were dealing with as they were dropped into the bustling world of Tokyo.
Bob and Charlotte share heart-to-hearts over the uncertainty in their lives and their marriages, both feeling very much lost in their own worlds.
We see glimpses into the fast-paced world of Japan outside of the hotel. Charlotte invites Bob along on a night out with her friends and they have a great night getting chased out of a bar, singing drunk karaoke and sharing a moment of happiness in their trip.
So today we're going to talk about the lovely city of Tokyo, where most of the film was shot, and a lot of the film was shot between Shinjuku and Shibuya within Tokyo, which are different districts within the city of Tokyo.
So we're going to start off with the first location, which is the Park Hyatt Hotel. This is where most of the film is set. The rooms, the bar and the gym are all housed inside this hotel. It sits on top of the 52-floor skyscraper and takes up the top 14 floors. And it is one of Tokyo's best and most expensive hotels. And it's only a 15-minute walk from the central Shinjuku station.
So if you want to stay at the Park Hyatt Hotel, the hotel offers two packages for anyone who may be interested. First up is the Tokyo Escape package, which includes a one-night stay, access to the hotel spa and training facilities, which are in the film, as well as a free cocktail in the New York bar for 55,000 yen, and that is working at about 420 euro. The second and more pricier package is the Lost in Translation package, which includes all of the above, but also has 5 nights instead of 1 night in the hotel, and that comes at 380,000 yen or 2,900 euro. No?
We're not doing it.
Oh, we're not doing it.
No, it's
No.
too expensive.
5 nights!
$3,000.
3 grand! That's insane!
No.
So, to stay at the hotel, it's an extravagant treat to anyone who is staying in Tokyo. Even though the price tag is a little worrying, the hotel is lavish and has an incredible view of the city. And if you aren't traveling on a tight budget, it might be the right one for you. But we're not.
No.
We're not.
We're poor.
We're sensible. Not poor. Next up is Shibuya. A number of scenes are shot in the hottest entertainment district in Tokyo. Shibuya Crossing is one of the most tourist things you can do when in Japan, and it's also somewhat of a rite of passage when visiting the country. It's easy to find and will be on every top 10 things to do when in Japan list. That's right. Cross a big street.
I mean, it's it doesn't sound exciting, but it is if you see it.
It's a very cool.
It's a really cool crosswalk.
It's like a pentagram.
Yeah, but it's a really cool crosswalk. But like that makes it sound so shite.
Just a road, like.
Yeah.
Cross the road. You can go to Roscommon and cross the road if you want to.
Oh, Jesus.
Bob, Charlotte, and Charlotte's friends go to a karaoke bar in Shibuya, and this is specifically the Shibuya branch of Karaoke Can, and it is easy to visit. You can find it on Google Maps. Tokyo Tower is also a highlight for anyone seeing Tokyo for the first time, and it's easy to spot, it's easy to get to, and we would recommend it because it seems like a very, very nice view of the city.
We can't exactly recommend it. Just a forewarning. We haven't been.
But it looks very cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. So does the moon, though.
Okay. That's a good one.
We don't see much of the rest of Japan beyond the urban landscape of Tokyo, but there are a couple of scenes. So Bob is seen playing golf with Mount Fuji in the background. This is actually shot at the Kawaguchiko Country Club, located southwest of Tokyo and about 9 miles from Mount Fuji. And Charlotte visits a shrine at a Japanese temple. This is where she sees the newlyweds in the traditional Japanese attire. And this is the Nanzenji Temple in Kyoto and the Heian Shrine. The two are just a quick walk from each other and are said to be incredibly peaceful.
So, we hate to say it, but when we're usually looking into these videos, we almost always find a fan tour or an official tour for films that we're talking about. But this time we were unfortunately not so lucky. The one thing we did find was a website that said it was a lost in translation tour, but it was extremely sparse on details, so we're not sure if we could recommend it. I mean, if you're an aspiring Bill Murray impersonator / Scarlett Johansson, then I think if you want to go to Japan or living in Japan and you want to do fan tours,
let us know because we'll promote it.
We'll take it.
We'll do it.
Go.
We'll do it.
And if this is your living situation, if you live in Japan, Bill Murray / Scarlett Johansson impersonator, this could be your big shot.
Yeah.
This could be your shot at the big time.
Yeah. So there are a dozen websites compiling all of the key locations from Lost in Translation, so visiting them all in your own time won't be too difficult, even though there's no official tour.
So, will we start off with the first trivia?
Yeah.
So, to date, this is Bill Murray's favorite film that he's acted in.
And he's been in lots of cool stuff. He's been in Groundhog Day, he's been in Ghostbusters, and this is his favourite film that he's ever shot.
And this role was specifically written for him by Coppola.
I mean, it's essentially, Bill Murray didn't have to act in this at all.
And him either saying yes or no would hinge on the film actually being made.
Yep.
If he said no, Sofia Coppola went on record before and saying that the film probably wouldn't have gone ahead.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
Yeah.
It's wild.
The opening shot of the film was inspired by a painting by John Cassirer.
So in relation to that fact, Johansson was very nervous about filming the scene in her underwear. So to help calm her nerves, Coppola offered to shoot the film in her underwear as well.
So keep that in mind when you're watching that, knowing that there was the director was in her underwear too.
Everyone was in their underwear.
Yeah. The film script that you can read online is a loose set of directions from scene to scene. The script allowed for a broad input from the actors and much of the dialogue was improvised on set. Most notably, Murray's lines in the photo shoot while talking to the photographer.
You're so gentleman, yes?
A ring-a-ding-ding?
Yeah.
Sofia Coppola was told by her father, Francis Ford Coppola, director of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, to shoot the film in digital rather than on film. He believed that it was the future of film, but Sofia opted to use film because she believed it was more romantic.
The film is loosely based around Sofia Coppola's own life experiences. John, Scarlett Johansson's husband in the film, was based on Spike Jonze, who was Coppola's husband at the time. And it is rumoured that the character Kelly, who's played by Anna Faris, was based on Cameron Diaz.
A lot of the film had to be shot in secrecy. The production had been unable to get permission to shoot in certain locations. The crew were threatened with arrest while filming in the subway as well as the Shibuya crossing.
In the scenes where the old man is trying to talk to Bill Murray, which we were watching, and you spotted in the background.
Yeah, there's
There
two
were
old women laughing.
Old women laughing. So apparently it was so drawn out that the women in the background were trying to stifle the laughter, and it was kept in because it was a funny scene.
It looks funny.
Okay, so this is not the bonus, but this leads into this is a fun one. Okay, so there's a history of American actors doing commercials in Japan for different brands, and there's numerous occasions of this, just mad advertisements. I'm sure have you seen Japanese adverts before?
No.
They're wild. They're crazy.
I didn't know this.
So there is a number of things that obviously the Bill Murray character his whole thing in the film is based off of stuff like this, but it is specifically based off Francis Ford Coppola, who made a Suntory whiskey commercial in the 1970s with one Akira Kurosawa.
今これほど世界の注目を集めている2人はいない。これほど深い友情で結ばれている2人はいない。サントリーリザーブ。
And on top of that, there are other notable American actors who have done Japanese commercials.
Like who?
Well, funny you should ask. So, first of all, Tommy Lee Jones is the face of Boss Coffee.
この惑星の子供たちと呼ばれる存在には超重要でありんやそう全身でぶつかっていかなくてはならない
Like Men in Black.
Yeah, for Men in Black. Harrison Ford,
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, did a promotion for beer.
ミスタービールキリンラガービール
Harrison.
So, there are other actors who did a few more bits. Hugh Jackman.
John Valjean.
He did a commercial for Ice-T. Nicolas Cage did one for Pachinko.
Where's triplets?
Triplets?
He's freaking out over triplets, which I think
Had he
is-
never seen triplets before?
So they're nuts videos, right? But my personal favorite would have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger's long list of brand deals he did in Japan. He's
Oh my
done
God.
beer, he's done energy drinks, he's done noodles, like like cup noodles, like the the really famous ones.
Is that how he pays for all of his governor campaigns?
Oh yeah, no. If you do adverts in Japan, you are eligible to be California governor.
Ali, 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 nami, hui. Ali, nami, hui. Ali, nami, hui. Shua-chan?
武田
So Nick Cage can be governor of California then.
And so can Harrison Ford. So, that's mad.
That is not.
So, we are on to the bonus trivia. And Roman doesn't know what this is, as
Nope,
always.
I don't.
Oh, the baton has been passed!
Oh, the baton's back to you.
Say it.
Yeah, congratulations. Here you go. Here's the baton.
Say it in the accent.
No.
Bill Murray is an enigma in the acting world.
Yep.
And if I could, and if we could, dedicate a whole trivia section to the main man, we would,
Yeah.
but we can't for now. So here are some quick facts. So, Bill Murray does not have an agent. And in 1999, he replaced the talent agency with an automated voice mailbox, right?
Oh my god.
So, it's reached by an 800 number, which he gives out very sparingly. And he receives calls, and the only time he will respond if he's interested in the roles that he is offered through this number.
That's incredible.
Right. So, Sofia Coppola received the number from our favourite, Wes Anderson,
Ah.
and Sophia left 100 voicemails. Apparently, according to her, it was 100 voicemails until Murray had called her back and discussed casting him in the film
Okay.
of Lost in Translation. So, it doesn't end there.
Okay.
They did the phone call, and Murray was like, I'm going to do it. And that was good enough for Sofia Coppola.
Okay.
So, she went over to Japan, but she'd only gotten an oral confirmation.
He hadn't actually written it down,
No. So they had arrived in September 2002 to film,
Yeah.
and Wes Anderson had told Coppola that the Garfield actor was a man of his word.
Okay.
So
That's a lot of trust to be put
that's a
on
lot.
someone.
That's a lot of trust. And the thing was, Murray landed in Tokyo a week before the film was going to be shot,
Jesus Christ.
and the rest is history.
Fair play to him.
I love Bill Murray.
Yeah, he's class.
He hates acting.
Yeah.
He
It's
hates acting.
so funny how much he hates acting.
So I think that's all we have time for today. If you enjoyed this video, tell us why in the comments below. If you liked the video, give us a like.
Yep.
If you want to see more of our videos, hit the bell button. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to recommend a new film for us to look at in our Travel Reel series, comment, tell us. And if you want to keep up to date on all the articles that we have, check our website out. We update it regularly with every video. And thank you for watching.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Sayonara.